IPL4 live stream. Coming up next is CLG versus TSM, round 2. Currently, it's CLG 1, TSM 0. So once again, Rivington and Freak.
Thank you very much, Christina. It is indeed Rivington third, joined by Freak, David Freak Turley.
Yes, indeed.
How are you enjoying these matches?
Dude, they're pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm excited that, you know, we're casting pretty much all the good games. You know, they're all really good, and then we get the best ones, so, you know, I like that.
That's, fantastic. I mean, who doesn't want to cast TSM? CLG coming out with the tanky strat that I said. They may run Cho'Gath top. We didn't see that Dyrus was banned out in any champions. They did try to focus Hotshot with bans, but he just has, like we said, a pool of champions. All of these players are so top caliber that they just have so many champions. You want to ban out one, then they'll just run a different team composition. Yeah,
absolutely. These players, you know, they've got such a good depth of champion lineup now, and that actually used to be a problem before. Remember CLG a year and a half ago, it was like, oh yeah, you ban Hotshot's top 3, you ban like Needly Cho, and I forget what his third was, and it was like, oh, now he's got to run something he's bad at, so enjoy your free win against Logic Gaming. That's no longer the case here. He's got a lot more champions in his reserves, and you know, again, I want to do it every time because you guys are phenomenal here. So in the crowd, we have hundreds of you. Online, we broke 200,000 watching this very second. Again, can you convince these guys to show up in person next time? Let me hear you guys in the crowd. And you guys at home should be proud of yourselves for dedicating your day. You in Europe, it's after midnight for Central European summertime. If you're in Britain, it's not there quite yet. But you know, you guys, I love that you guys are out here supporting the games, watching. We've got, again, a minimum of 2 more games coming out here, so I hope you don't have anywhere to go for an hour and a half at least, maybe even longer. And these guys, they're putting on such a great show. I got to hand it to these teams as well. Can we get another round of applause for these teams for a great final? Can we get that? And these guys just putting on such a very, very great show.
They are getting ready to get into this match, and what are we going to see from TSM this time? Their composition, definitely they know it was just really tank. They didn't have enough damage output. Kog'Maw wasn't doing enough early game damage. Maybe the 3 Dorans was a bit of a rush buy, and he should have gotten that early damage. But we have seen that, I think they took like a 17-minute Baron with just a dagger and a Zeal and a few Dorans earlier in another game. So, you know, it's a toss-up of really how it goes. Doublelift just playing fantastic on Vayne this tournament and really positioning himself in stellar spots, always getting at least a double kill in 5v5 fights, and that's really what you need Vayne to do to turn her into that absolute hyper carry.
Yeah, well, I think what SoloMid needs to do is learn some lessons, is to say, okay, let's try some radical different stuff, because we had a similar occurrence at Providence with Epic for SoloMid, where SoloMid basically ran and won 4 straight and took the series from the lower bracket. The thing is, every single time, Epic refused to ban Oddrun's Maokai. Every single game, Oddrun ran Maokai, Oddrun went Maokai, Oddrun went Maokai, and they kept losing their mid lane. And here, SoloMid, I think they need to say, let's switch up these bans. They're killing off Udyr this time. That's good for them. They've actually switched one of those out. But I think they need to try radical different stuff, right? They did the double AP. That didn't work so well. Now, maybe they said, well, there was one big mistake that we would have wiped the floor with and we didn't make it. But I don't know. I think they need to try some very different things. Try banning out a different player. You've got 4 games, right? You can try different things over the course of 4 games. You know, try banning out Doublelift, see if that works. Try banning out Big Fat LP, see if that works. Try banning out any individual players. You know, that might be something to try. Or try some stuff, you know, pull it out of nowhere. Of course, the Galio and the Kennen ban, they actually remove a lot of the tanky options from Reginald. So, okay, maybe he should try his Cassiopeia. It's been really good before. Maybe you want to run Bruiser with Zillion. There's a lot of things they could do. And I think it's what SoloMid should do is actually run something very, very different this time.
Right, and you know, it's a big factor in champion select. It may look like they're choosing champions, they're not really aware of what's going on in this state. They're like, yeah, we want this one and this one. But they have the knowledge of what their opponents play, what they want to play as well, and what would be better against that composition. So there's a lot that goes into this, a lot of deliberation, a lot of chatting. They can switch a champion for somebody if they want and choose it early to force them for a pick and really leave something out to counter last. So there's a lot of things going on here in Champion Select rather than just picking the champions.
Yeah, and I like this choice here. Yep, there's the lock-in from SoloMid. They are going for Urgot here. That seems to be actually a good choice for them. KX did play that pretty well earlier. I think it was, I don't actually remember. I know they won the series against Dignitas, but I don't remember, because I think it went 2-1, right? TSM Dignitas. So I knew they lost one of their games. I forget if it was the Urgot game or not.
TSM went first, Dignitas second, and then TSM.
Okay, so Urgot was not the first champion that they grabbed here. So, so when they did go Urgot, they did win against Dignitas, and it was, you know, Sorry, I just completely forgot everything I was going to say. But basically, Counterlogic Gaming running in after Jono was banned and taking Soraka here. And they're going to grab Corki for double lift. So with no obvious major changes in lineup, they're just saying, yeah, we think Corki's going to be better here. That might be in response to Urgot. I think they might be saying, Urgot's such a brutal lane. We need a little bit more range here. And so we're going to grab Corki, who can farm with Phosphorus Bomb, can AoE. It's a little bit farther back and still be useful. And the same for the team fights. You can kind of show up to a team fight and just throw out that missile barrage and then wait for that swap, and then move in.
It's going to be a nice bottom lane as well. A lot of heals coming out. Dyrus choosing Lee Sin for his top lane. We are going to have that lock in. Odd One is going to be jungling Mundo. So really just Reginald picking for Chaos here. So we're going to see Chaos pick the AP mid choice. And we have St. Vicious and Chowster to counter what they can for their last 2 picks, as Reginald will get his last pick as counter mid.
Let's see what ends up happening here. So you basically got the full lineup chosen here. Getting the counter pick for mid is pretty useful, but Ryze is in, and honestly, he's an amazing Ryze player. Actually, what's funny is they actually have the ability to go that whole Dignitas strategy of Hotshot goes Lulu top, and Big Fat LP is actually mid. It's entirely possible. They have those roles open. I don't think it's that likely, but it's a possibility, I suppose. So let's see. Oh, it might be a Nidalee coming in here. That would be a nice pickup. That could, of course, be Bruiser Nidalee as well. They're going to grab Ahri, and this looks a little bit pokey, actually. They've got 3 guys who can poke pretty well. They could siege pretty well with this lineup. They do have a healer there with Soraka, and so they're basically blind picking Ahri. And is going to be possibly Ryze here for Reginald. And I think it's actually a very good pick there. I think Ryze should have been grabbed even earlier there. I haven't been all that impressed with Big Fat LP's Ahri. I think his other champions have been very, very dominant. That Anivia, it's still there, right? And I think they blind picked their Anivia, and then Karthus showed up and they didn't care.
Right.
I'm surprised they wouldn't pick that again because it was so successful before. But they want to switch it up a little bit and grab Corki and Ahri. Shyvana's been good for them the entire tournament. That's not really a very big surprise here. But we'll see. I feel like SoloMid definitely switching it up by picking a tanky mid instead of a sort of suicide.
I kind of see
AoE
that
mid.
as almost somewhat of a counter. If Reginald chooses to just stand within his minions, he's never going to get charmed. He may take a little bit of damage, but the Rune Prison really won't affect her too much. She can still cast out of it. She can still charm him, so she wouldn't be able to stop that. But if he's in his minions, it's going to be a really tough lane until 6 for Big Fat.
Yeah, so I do like SoloMid's lineup here, though. But the one caveat, though, is CLG. Every single one of them is very, very mobile. Big Fat LP, Hotshot, Double Lift, and St. Vicious, all of them can jump distances. So if Urgot ults anyone but Soraka, they can all escape to some extent, which actually is really smart. They grabbed the very early Urgot, and they kept grabbing big jumps, big jumps, big jumps.
Right.
And that makes sense. Now I understand, why they went for the early Ahri, why they grabbed I don't know if it's going to be AP or Bruiser Nidalee, and why they grabbed all those roles is they can all escape Urgot very, very successfully. Now, can SoloMid catch them when those cooldowns are down, or can they catch them when their flashes are down? Or is the Urgot pick going to just fail miserably? Double F actually bringing heal this time, knowing that, of course, he can't cleanse the Urgot swap. And the thing is, he's actually fighting against Rune Prison and Tarek Stun, and now he chooses to go heal.
Right.
So I don't know if it's just Corki or if he just always goes cleanse on Vayne. But yeah, running Summoner Heal now, pretty more standard sort of lineup
really,
there.
Whatever makes him feel that comfortable,
Yeah, but also SoloMid running not Flash on 2 champions. They're running Smite Exhaust and CV Exhaust on their jungler and on their support respectively. So it seems that Flash being a little bit less mandatory on these guys. St. Vicious actually running the same thing, running Exhaust and Smite as well to make those ganks more powerful.
Yeah, with less focus on bottom lane lately, they can kind of choose to do that. Usually, you go into your game and dear guys, the support, no escapes, focus bottom lane. But with all the warding going on lately, it's not something they can do. So that's a nice summoner spell to have as well. You don't need to flash away. You can assist a lot more in the fight as well. And if they can just stack those exhausts on the right people instead of at the same time, obviously, it's really going to do some damage, or not, actually. It's exhaust.
Yeah, absolutely. Exhaust could really kind of screw them up. Of course, you can use that. If you master it, it gives a armor and magic resist reduction, so you can use that to help focus. Of course, these junglers usually use it as its major slow. It's actually pretty heavy slow. I think it's 40%. Well, as it tells me when I hover over it, 40%. Yeah, it moves speed by 40%. So, it's a really, really good slow there. Lasts 2.5 seconds, and it can really crush people when you go through on it. So, so who's your prediction on this lineup? Who do you think is going to win this game?
I think that TSM actually has a really good lineup for this game. There's a lot of kiting that can happen from CLG, as you said. They have a lot of movement, but TSM's team is a sticky team. It's on you all the time. KX is going to be slowing if he hits you. Dyrus can get in there with a Q and slow the entire team. The odd one's just going to be running around with Burning Agony. So it's a very in-your-face team when, as we said, CLG kind of has that kite and pushback. They don't really have the stuns that TSM has. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. CLG, they can move around a whole heck of a lot.
Yep.
Right. SoloMid, they have all the crowd control. Right. Urgot Swap, Rise, Tarek. So it's going to depend. You know, I think the lanes are going to be fairly equal. We haven't really seen any stompy lanes except for ganks. Even that last game, you know, the first blood went out on Dyrus and all that happened. But still, you know, the kills were really close throughout the mid game. The way that the game broke down was really good Anivia walls, cheeky kills, you know, Barons. I mean, the two-man Baron CLG has run about half their games in this tournament, and every tournament I've seen them, they're really, really good at getting those excellent, just pick off Barons when everyone else is just pushing lanes like nothing's happening. And they get the early oracles with that. They pink ward it. They do all that stuff. Can SoloMid learn that lesson? Because this is not new from CLG.
Right.
They do this all the time. And that's actually, I think, was one of the biggest factors to CLG's win, and it can't be understated. The lanes were good, their gameplay was good, but the two-man Baron gave them 4 turrets. Yeah. That is such a huge advantage. And we're going to see them now on the screen as they sort of get themselves into this game. Kind of logic game on the left-hand side, the two closer to the screen, Hotshot GG and St. Vicious. Over here for SoloMid, you got Xpecial, and there's the odd one down with the beanie there. That is going to be Reginald. And guys, the game has loaded. We are here. And everyone but looks like Chowster opening with boots and potions. Chowster opening fairy charm and potions. The same for Tarek. Mundo actually going for cloth armor. That guy's edgy. That guy got cloth armor, dude. Look at him. Mundo buys what he pleases, it seems. Not going boots. See how that pans out. Big Fat LP leading the charge. It looks like actually, I feel like SoloMid's going to invade because they're all going to the same side of the map. Normally when you want to play passively, you actually move in different locations. See CLG, they're watching. They don't want to get invaded. They're looking for every major entrance. They're looking at every choke point. Doublelift can Q at any time and reveal the Fog of War.
You know, I must wonder, like,
that's a Tarek!
They picked Shyvana first, but
they didn't see him
on CLG right now would have been a great poke comp team.
Oh, now they see him. He sees Xpecial chasing him down. They're like, okay. Corki got away. Oh, nice by St. Vicious says, oh, you're really far. You're at the bottom of the map. I'm going to go for Wraiths. NP. I'm going to hold this brush. Can see the entrance down there. See the entrance over there. Of course, they have no idea where he is. Are you going to hold mid once more? Big Fat LP.
Nice.
So
acting as a ward there. Seeing if they come up, and it is going to work for her. They are going to see that Dyrus comes up, and if Dyrus is there, she's Big Fat says the entire team is there. So it looks like Chowster will come over to assist a little bit. St. Vicious is going to quickly get out of line of sight. I do not believe he was seen. He is about now, though. And all 5 are moving in. They did get an attack in onto Ari. Big Fat only getting hit with a Q there. It looks like Chowster forced a flash as he dodges the Q from Lee Sin.
Reginald has flash. They can go for this. There's the flash. There's the Rin Prison. He's been charmed. The damage output going off on Chowster, but he heals himself and will get away. And they've now found St. Vicious. Odd One already learned Burning Agony. They get the stun. There comes the push. St. Vicious taking a lot of damage right here. And Odd One draws first blood. Team SoloMid bringing it back. Reginald starting to last hit some minions. Good play by him.
Wow, full team got everything on that. 4 assists and the kill for Mundo. That's going to be great for Odd One in the jungle, and he's not even going to use that to go back yet. He says, I still have pots in armor. I'm just going to go ahead and roll through my jungle. Lee Sin going top now with that assist. He is actually almost level 2, but he's getting harassed down as he's using that potion. Great job by Hotshot to kind of just push him out of that experience as he has already leveled over him almost.
And his Bruiser Needly, by the way, 21 armor pen right now. So it was armor pen reds and 21 offense there on Needly. So going for the aggression, going for Bruiser Needly, probably a Trinity Force, I hope. And we're going to see what they can do here, Xpecial and KX. See if they can actually dominate Doublelift Chowster. There's a lot of heal and sustain coming out. Doublelift pushing in on KX right away. 6 potions, though, on Urgot. Really wants to survive this lane. Xpecial, of course, with the stun still available. But they're not level 2 yet. CLG got some experience advantage. Now Doublelift taking a bit of damage here. Heal comes in from Soraka. Chowster supporting him there.
Doing a great job with this level 1 push here. They're just kind of forcing him back out of the lane. He kind of stood there and took damage, but he knew, you know, with a Soraka, that mobile refueling station, you can stay in lane as long as you want.
Oh, Reginald getting caught up in mid. Big Fat LP doing a lot of damage there. One more attack will might get the kill. There's a flash, picks it up.
Wow, he just broke tether on that turret too. Almost took a nice shot there. That was a very good job. Like I said, he's going to have to stay within his minions if he wants to dodge that charm. Rune Pigeon will not stop that cast.
Yeah, the Rune Prison could at least keep him in turret range. He was actually turning back to cast it. The hand was going up, but he died a little bit too quickly. And so Rise unable to pin him in turret range. Dyrus pushing Hotshot to his turret. We'll see if Hotshot can last hit well here. Should be able to. Doing pretty all right, actually.
Looks like Dyrus is actually going to go back and take golems. He doesn't like not farming.
Cast got hit pretty hard.
Still being pushed back to their turret. Level 3 now, so they've caught up to the levels of CLG and bottom lane. We do have blue being taken by the odd one. I don't know if he's going to give this right to Reginald. He doesn't really need it himself, but he is going to take it. And looks like St. Vicious still wearing blue and red for their team.
All right, let's see what we have going on. Bot lane still harassment coming out from Double. It seems to be the most active lane, actually. Looks like Dyrus and Hotshot going to be able to sustain themselves quite well. Lots of health potions on both sides. Neither are heavy burst damage dealers, but if you get a good CC chain, either one of these champions could fall down. So, going to spot bot lane for a little while. Double keeps getting some mana. 2 points phosphorus bomb. 1 in Valkyrie. Still has not learned Gatling gun. Doesn't want to use that just yet. Just wants the burst, the extra clearing power from that phosphorus bomb. Could pressure on Chaos out. There he gets stunned. Let's see if they can jump in and do some damage here. Nope, he's going to turn back onto Chaos. And Double Lift really pushing him down. Those Soraka heals really helping him a lot. Tops him off and then keeps the armor buff there, which really prevents any damage output. Actually, Chowster also ignoring Starcall, just feeding mana into Double Lift. Just going for that WE combo. And Double is still harassing, doing a good job of that.
They're keeping that minion wave right at the tower, not even letting Chaos farm right now. He's having a really hard time due to the phosphorus bomb. Yeah, you can get in there and you can take a few shots, but phosphorus is way out of range of the turret and he can just continue to harass. Good heal coming out there from Tarek. Phosphorus bomb right onto his special as he just keeps it up. Like you said, that mana refuel is such an advantage in that lane, and they have not moved from that position for about the last 30 seconds.
All right, in the mid lane, you're going to see. Yeah, but they're pushed up so much, but you look at the map vision.
Oh, Mundo roaming for Hotshot.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Another one coming up. Hotshot gets hit up by that Lee Sin. Oh, jukes the cleaver. Nice move by Hotshot, but not level 6. So much damage being dealt here, running backwards. He's made it out this way before. Goes through the brush. There's the flash. A lot of movement speed thanks to running through the brush. There's the flash. The Q from Dyrus. The heal comes off. Does pick that one up.
Wow. Epic chases all weekend long.
Yeah, nice job there. Good kill. Nearly made it out. He had dodged that cleaver before. Could not dodge the sonic wave. I think if he had dodged it, he might have made it out. He was walking into the brush right here and could have booked it. Had Ari come in support, but nope. 2-1 right now. SoloMid taking this game to an advantage right now. Up 300, now 400 gold. Again, getting pushed to their turret, special. Can he last hit a turret right now? There's one. He's now tied up.
Playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah, let's see. He's kind of chilling top lane. Level 4, Ari. And St. Vicious coming over. They're going to dive special. Only level 4 does not look happy. The heal is not going to be enough. Oh, Double Lift getting hit pretty hard under that turret. The Big Fat will make it out pretty safely. Good coordination there by CLG, taking that kill. And now KX needs to be afraid as well because he doesn't have a buddy right now in this lane.
They do see that bottom lane is quite pushed, so they're going to take this advantage and get some damage on mid turret here or let it go. Now they are going to choose to poke at it a little bit. Shyvana's still bottom, so St. Vicious isn't going to be helping that whatsoever. And no, definitely not enough damage to take it. Top, just harassing. Hotshot diving towards Dyrus to get one of the swipes on. Not too much damage. Good safeguard by Dyrus. Right back into farming. Reginald now making some moves.
See Dyrus kind of milling back, getting away from Hotshot a little bit. They still kind of are poking. Oh, nice move by Dyrus. Pushes up. Needs energy, though. He's actually out of energy right now. And here comes Reginald pinning Hotshot near the turret. He's going to keep running. Good luck catching him, by the way. Nidalee runs really fast.
Especially just coming out of that push. She's going to get a little bit more movement speed. There she is. And you can see her running along. Looks like he may just execute on this one as he's making it to the base. There we go. Hotshot is going to allow himself to go down from turret.
Alrighty, well, it's going to be some experience tonight as Hotshot will not be last hitting. Good escape, of course, by Hotshot, pouncing away, running through the brush. No gold or experience given out. They were all too far away.
Ooh, nice land by Chaos there. Getting a little bit of damage. Double Lift forced the Valkyrie out. Chowster going to come back and top him off with a little bit of HP. St. Vicious to take top lane. And this is what we said before. We don't see it too much between these guys since they're focusing on lanes a lot. But when you see that jungler out in the lane, you can go ahead and safely take out their jungle if they don't have it warded, which you would not know, but it's usually what you want to focus on. If you see the jungler grabbing some free XP in the lane, you want to be able to deny their jungle because they're just going to be that much more leveled over you.
Yeah, Devil again, Valkyrie away from Special Stun. Those cooldowns actually pretty similar, so Special Stun will be up a little bit beforehand, but not by too much. Double can always play defensively. Friendly wards right here for both teams, kind of camping this brush out. Let's see what they can do. If Chaos will push forward, they do, of course, see pretty much everything. Lee Sin actually coming from behind. Dyrus actually roaming towards bot. There's the pressure in on the Chaos. Half health, level 6 though. Swaps him, and there's the exhaust as well. A good silence off on Chaos will stop some of that damage. Can Dyrus clear up in time? Special Stun. Still down for 4 seconds. Chouster forced to flash away. Looks like they will not chase. Meanwhile, Needly still shoving top. Really good move there. A lot of free gold Mundo will be
forced to use flash heal there.
Yeah, that was a summoner spell, a lot of summoner spell burns, and Chouster burned his flash as well, so they actually removed a lot of these summoners. The exhaust was run as well, so they basically spent 1 summoner for 3, but they also had Dyrus kind of miss out on all the experience in gold as they just have Mundo just solo top for a while.
Looks like he will grab up this blue. Nope, Reginald coming around. There we go, got the ping on. It looks like somebody, Big Fat, did ping that. No, I don't think he's going to go for the challenge, though. He's still in vision of the turret. He is heading around. No, he's going to back. He did not go for Spell Vamp. Looks like he's going for fast Rabadons.
And actually, Big Fat LP proving me wrong, doing an excellent job with this Ahri kind of crushing faces. 2-0 right now, has all the kills, has been coordinating these ganks quite successfully. So he's actually gone positive, I think, in pretty much every game but one the entire tournament, if I remember that stat properly. So the dude's actually been a consistent force for CLG, and you got to kind of consider him one of the big forces for their success so far in this tournament.
Dyrus warding for himself top as he gathers with Hotshot GG to do some more farming. Those guys just kind of duking it out. Double lift forced to back out of lane again with that Chaos range, jumping up to about 900-ish or even more. But right now, Corky is, I believe, 550 to a regular 425. So he does have the upper hand in lane on range against Urgot. But once Urgot hits that, can't do much about it.
And we see double lift. Looks like he's going to be pushing in for this turret. Odd One waiting in the wings for SoloMid. Can they get something to happen from this? They can just kind of charge forward. Chouster has no escapes up. If Special gets in range, he will get the stun. Oh, but Big Fat LP coming in from the side as well. This could be a counter gank for either side. I don't believe they saw him come in. This could be a swap if KX has it. He does have it. He could swap double lift at any time. The minions are almost gone. You would swap right here, smite the minion, and then go for double lift. I'm surprised actually they didn't go for that. That was actually a possibility here. Still harassing. I'm surprised they're still not going for this. His flash is down. Some good pressure. They go for the turret. I guess maybe they knew that Big Fat LP was there, but I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't go for any pressure there. They knew they had the Odd One.
Yeah, that would have been great. The Odd One was right there. He does not have his flash. He does not have heal, so he would have taken a big fight, and that could have been that push towards Dragon that they want right now.
Oh, a nice job by Hotshot. They had one ward right here that saw Reginald exit into this jungle. And they was like, hey, he's down there, he's down there. Hotshot ran back, tossed a javelin in there. Of course, he didn't land because he was gone. Now Dyrus continuing to push in on Hotshot, and actually, the minions 72 versus 84. Dyrus is winning this lane.
Ooh, Reginald coming up behind here. He is going to enter through Tri-Bush. Hotshot GG backing. They did get a ping off. And it looks like he's playing this one safe. Oh, great job. He getting right into the bushwhack. It's going to be St. Vicious into Dragon form, wasting the Fury, but he did not hit there. A good charm on the Lee Sin. Reginald falls down. The front end burst damage is just too much, and Big Fat right now putting out some big pain, and it looks like he may be able to take him down. Divers back into the fight, says, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. I'll try to do some more damage. Safeguard was not enough. St. Vicious, I believe, picking up his first kill there. Another assist for Big Fat. He's now 2-0-2, and Ahri scales very well into late game, continuously doing damage, and it's not somebody you want to be doing damage with the mobility that she has.
And I like this build from Big Fat LP, but by the way, actually has a flat 10 armor right now. There's the Dragon attempt as well from SoloMid. Look at his build. He's got 30 flat magic pen. He's got that 21 offense build. It's 9-0-21, I believe. So really just wanting to deal a whole lot of damage with good cooldowns and good experience gain, everything else there. So pushing for the short. Reginald 39 MR is not exactly frail, but he's not managing to control this game just yet.
Still pretty close in gold, only about 1,000 off right now. We're 13 minutes in, 4-2. We do see Lee Sin kind of poking at St. Vicious here, but he would walk into the bush of a backing Ahri. That's
no.
No, it already hit her. I wanted to watch it fly all the way to base.
That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, almost stopping that recall right there. The last half second, not interruptible by damage. Sun still worked though. Hotshot moving around, did take the race over. They come back towards the mid that Reginald's farming. That bottom turret, of course, already gone. It's 2-1 on turrets right now. All the outer turrets already grabbed there for CLG. Let's see if they go for any other pressure or if Team SoloMid wants to sort of coordinate themselves.
Looks like they are pushing this mid turret. Reginald will not be able to clear that wave by himself, so they may have another one here. Soraka throwing those OP bananas, doing some big damage. Looks like Ari returns to lane Big Fat. Just went up to the left there to get a ward down, and it will have enough to at least guard this turret. Lee Sin is going, or Dyrus is going to come down here, so we could help with the fight. We do have Chaos coming towards mid as well. They are split 1-3-1, so they could force a fight, but it looks like CLG is going to back off and get some buys down. We do see Chaucer going back. Double Lift does have that BF sword, grabbed himself some Dorans. See what Chaos has gone for this run on Urgot. We did see that Brutalizer on him, possibly going for the Glacial Shroud next, as we have seen quite a bit, but he's going for armor right there.
And we'll see St. Vicious spamming out these bottom. And I like the CLG again, like the prior game actually. They're really good at just running around to various lanes on the map and just taking all the minions. They're really good at sort of spreading their influence around the entire map, getting gold everywhere it shows up. And it seems like they're doing it first. So they're actually forcing SoloMid to react to them. Like you're going to see that now KX has to run towards bottom and must farm this because it's going to die to his turret pretty soon. And that lets CLG, if they want, group up and push for something. They could go for mid right now, for example, if they pulled over St. Vicious.
Yeah, they did just actually get a ping on it from TSM. They're like, hey, we might need some assistance here. Double Lift taking a cleaver, but it's not going to be that much damage. Rise getting in range. Great Valkyrie by Double Lift. That was probably very close to going off on the Room Prison. And it looks like they will be able to, again, just kind of hold back on the turret. Hotshot GG not really trading too much damage with Dyrus. Those two just trying to get their farm on right now.
Okay, plus it's one with Acid Hunter, and yeah, he's got 4 there, 3 for CLG. Again, Shyvana, solo bot, St. Vicious causing everyone to have to run around and you know, respond to him. Of course, with those Mercury treads with, 1,800 or so health. He's got his ult up as well, has exhaust ready to get people off of him. He's going to be good at running away.
So that's a great thing about Shyvana, is about being able to take turrets like that. She's going to see somebody and turn out burnout and just not really worry about it. She's going to have more movement speed. Mid turret goes down as Chaos gets harassed a little bit by St. Vicious on bottom. Looks like top is a one-on-one. They are going for it. Dyrus versus Hotshot GG. GG jumps to the other side. Will he get the damage down? He's kicked into the wall. And one more swipe from Hotshot GG will take out Dyrus.
Oh, excellent job. It looks like St. Vicious actually might have stolen blue not long ago while he was up top the entire time. So Reginald still not wearing that. Big Fiddle P, of course, has his. No problem there. Still has a good minute or so on it as well. CLG are just really doing very awesome things in this game.
Great minion clearing ability that Ari, Big Fat, able to just throw that Q and bring it back down the minions, and they just keep killing these waves as they come in. The upper hand here now is their minion wave is going to get to the turret first. Rise really with only Spell Flux to get these minions out, so they're going to get some good damage down on this turret, staying in range of it. They got to be careful with Dazzle and some cleavers, but nobody's really going to engage on a fight, so it looks like they may grab a second turret here with opposition on TSM. There's a Dazzle. Big Fat's actually left by himself. Gatling goes on, and they turn quickly onto the odd one. A good escape there for CLG, almost taking down a second one. Saint still bottom with Hotshot still top. They're just split pushing the heck out of this map right now.
Yeah, Hotshot doing a great job there. They're just getting ahead of minions, of course, as well. You look at the gold, and you've got 120, 118, 105 for the various champions for SoloMid. You've got 140, 140, 140 across the board for the top 3 for Counterlogic Gaming. They're just pulling themselves ahead with minions. They're up 4,000 gold. They've now got 4 turrets to 1. They're doing everything right across this map. I think Team SoloMid needs to catch Counterlogic somewhere. I mean, they have the ability to catch someone. Once they catch someone, they can do a whole lot of damage. There's a swap into turret range, but St. Vicious, of course, just jumps onto Chaos. Big Fat LP coming in as well. Chaos, he has to flash away from the charm. Didn't need to, though, because he wasn't going to get jumped on by more than just the one champion.
Looks like they're going to be both getting backs there. Full items completed right now. We do have a Triforce on Hotshot GG. He has completed that. Really nothing else around the map right now. Ari grabbing, looks like she's going for the Rylas. She does have that life belt. Pickaxe going for Infinity Edge on Corki. And the Wit's End completed on Shyvana for St. Vicious.
SoloMid walking around near Baron. I think they want to bait this. Clairvoyance is up for Chouster. The thing is, they can see him right now. They have wards. They have ward right there. Didn't get revealed. SoloMid cannot start Baron without him knowing it, and they can't bait Baron without them knowing it. So they clear one ward, and now they feel confident. moving back around a little bit more. CLG just waiting around on the bottom. Hotshot throwing out some nice javelins there. The ability power coming out thanks to improved Ignite, and Trinity Force actually giving his spells a little bit of bonus damage here.
Everybody's focused on this Baron area right now, kind of just milling about in mid, clearing the waves. Every lane is pretty much even on wave right now, so they don't have to go and clear anything or protect any turrets. TSM is going to use this to their advantage and try to push back some more turrets. They've only grabbed 1 to the 4 that CLG has, and that's quite a bit of global gold to be down. It's 27,000 to 22,000 right now, almost 23. We'll have to see. They are going to pressure this. Will they turn and fight?
Well, again, they've been revealed. That ward, Hotshot around in the back as well. All of CLG is nearby. And now they're going to, looks like they might actually wait. The thing is actually, they can sit in the Baron pit and not get spotted, so they could theoretically start something. Hotshot got to start on red. This is actually a good chance for them. They do see him, but of course, he also sees SoloMid chasing down. There's Dyrus. He lands the slow, but it's not going to be enough. And look at that, CLG making the move. Hotshot was the bait, and they're going to move in for this mid turret. However, it'll be a 5v4, so they must stop, and they're going to land a little bit of damage on Reginald, a little bit onto Odd1 as well. It's a nice move by CLG.
Again, Dyrus just milling about with Hotshot. GG. These guys' damage trade usually goes in Hotshot's favor when he can get into Cougar.
And he's going to move all the way down into his jungle. That lizard buff still available.
They really want Big Fat right there. They are hungry in the pursuit. They know they're pushing him out. Maybe Charm is down. He doesn't really have anything on cooldown, but they're kind of using that to their advantage. We push one out. We know that they're absolutely separated. Can we focus one, or can we go for this Baron?
Well, right now that Baron still full health. Good little needly javelin comes out, hits Odd1. He's going to be okay. He has 118 magic resist. But SoloMid for the first time actually might be able to steal a buff right here. And if I were St. Vicious, I'd just like push mid again and just completely troll SoloMid and say, hey guys, remember this? Remember how you have to respond to me going mid? Yeah, let's do that. Dyrus gets the kill on the Golem buff and has some nice energy. And there's the fight going into this one. St. Vicious jumps in first, takes a whole lot of pain right now. But looks special. Going to fall first. There's the kill on the Shabana. Urgot picking that one up. More deaths. SoloMid losing 3. CLG only losing 1. Now 4 dead for SoloMid, and now Rise must try to run away. And Reginald not going to be able to. CLG looking really strong in that fight.
Very nice. 2 double kills. Those going to the AP carry, Big Fat LP, and the AD carry. Double it, so it couldn't have really happened any better for these guys. It looks like they're going to be able to take down a free Baron. That'll be more global gold. They're already up by about 7,000 right now, so this is only going to help. They have a great minion wave mid to push down for some more gold, or they can choose to go for that top turret, as it is quite pushed.
Yeah, but you're going to see them move up to about 8k to the advantage. You're going to see them. And yeah, if I know CLG, they're all low on health and mana. They'll recall very, very soon. They'll buy up, and they're going to push top, and they're going to push bottom. They're going to get these turrets down, solidify that lead, and then they'll kind of pick whichever turret or inhibitor they want. Mid is not significantly damaged. There's no reason to rush for that one just yet. Double lift, kind of being double lift, says that there's farm, I must take it, and going for that right now, using rockets. That's hitting very successfully, actually. And he is up to a good amount of minions, 178, highest in the game. As far as individual gold is concerned, highest in the game, indeed. So he's going to be a very scary force to be reckoned with. We'll one-shot that Infinity Edge. Let's see if he's going to pick anything else up. 1,100 gold, could grab a Zeal. He might wait for that last 20.
These team fights right now can only go in favor of CLG. The only finished item for TSM right now is the Wit's End. They're going to complete it. I mean, there's a Wriggles there, but you have a Rylas, an Infinity Edge, a Triforce, Wit's End as well, with Warden's Mail and a Shirelia's on your support, and they just have such an upper hand in these fights if TSM chooses to go 5v5.
Yep, Saint will grab that dragon there. They're up 10-3 right now. They're up almost 10,000 gold, and again, this Golem getting stolen away. And this is not looking happy for SoloMid right now. CLG looks poised to push. They're actually going back to the split push, which I'm a little bit surprised at, because they can just win a straight-up team fight. Yeah. And I guess, they're saying, you know, what's working for us now will keep working, and maybe that's true. But at the same time, we've seen game throws happen a whole lot because they weren't ending them out when they had the advantage. So CLG, they are going for turrets now. They're going to send those 3, now 4 bottom. And I guess they do know that Hotshot will be safe up here, so they're going to keep pushing it. They've actually forced Dyrus to hold top lane on Lee Sin.
Hotshot actually good. Coming around. Like we said, this team has a lot of mobility, so from lane to lane, they can kind of just switch everything over. St. Vicious getting caught. Rune Prison is down for Rise, and he goes ahead and he uses his ultimate as well. So Reginald does not have that for this next fight. I don't know if they can do everything they want under the turret. That's why they're kind of poking and running out, trying to get that charm on, just missing onto Urgot, but however, Chaos is now half health. Lee Sin is top, and Dyrus would be necessary if this fight were to go down.
Yeah, they're going to need 5 people to beat 5 people with CLG. They prefer a 6th, actually, but it's not going to be the case for them. We'll see if they can get something to go on. There we go. We can have Reginald heal up a little bit. And remember, guys, even though this is a best of 3, if CLG wins this, we will have another set coming up, so don't go anywhere. And here's the pressure coming in there. Push down, goes on to Shavon. He's going to drop very, very quickly. Mundo does drop down as well. Dyrus getting killed second, and they're going to just charge in there, CLG. They've picked up 3. Hotshot going to go in for a little bit of pressure there. Going to turn back. Shavana barely surviving that battle, that Warden's Mill, keeping him alive through all that damage. Going to ride that 1 minion. Say, nope, actually, we'll go mid. That's fine.
All right, and it's actually going to be a quick surrender there from TSM. We are going into another best out of 3. CLG able to keep themselves in the tournament.
All righty, so everything is reset. Back to the basics. Forget everything that happened. We are to the final grand finals. A best of 3 will decide who takes an extra $12,500 home. $25,000 goes to the first place team here, whether it's Counter Logic Gaming down there, Team SoloMid down there. It's got